Hello Pisces, and welcome to your career and finance reading for the month of October 2017. So your current financial situation, here we have the 8 of work. It says skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic and going back to school. And here we have the 2 of swords. So this could mean a number of things. Maybe you feel like you're working too hard here, or you're very skilled in your job and you've put in a lot of effort, and again it's all about skilled work. So I feel like when you're at work you definitely do things to a high standard, but here we have the 2 of swords. So maybe you feel like someone is not recognizing your hard work here. Again, this could make the 2 of swords could mean some kind of decision that needs to be made about whether or not you're going to go back and study. So maybe some of you are torn between a job that you're kind of okay in, and maybe you're thinking about going back and studying here, because here we can see someone is in 2 minds. So for some of you, you're not sure whether or not to leave a job, to go back and study, or you know, some of you feel like your skilled work's not being rewarded enough. You feel like someone's not noticing you. Your current beliefs about your financial situation. Some of you feel like you're kind of trapped here in this job here with the devil. So I feel like maybe you're in a job that pays a lot of money, but at the same time here with the Queen of Water, it says relationships develop to a new level, trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So here I feel like maybe you're tied into a job because you are very, very happy there, but at the same time you do want to go out and learn more. Maybe you want something that's a bit more challenging, and it's like even though you're happy in a job, you want a job where you're going to be rewarded more. So that's what I kind of feel like. Your past influences that have shaped your current attitudes. Here we have the Hermit. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching and self-discovery. And here we have the 2 of Wands. So again, it speaks about not being sure what to do, and you might have all these ideas and all these plans, and the Hermit can represent you taking time out to really think about what it is that you want to do. But currently you're indecisive as to whether or not you stay in a job that you're kind of happy with, to go and find something a bit more challenging where you're going to be rewarded more. So yeah, the 2 of Wands speaks about this guy. He's looking out at the horizons and all the possibilities, but yet he's not stepped out of the comfort of his little his little garden here, if that makes sense. So it's like he's not stepping over his wall to explore what's out here, but yet he's looking out on to the horizons. And I feel like that's kind of what's been going on with you. So you've seen that there are opportunities out there for you, you know that there's better out there for you, and you've been spending time thinking about it, you know, because I feel like even though you're happy where you're at, I feel like maybe you're kind of bored, but at the same time there's an emotional attachment for some of you to a job. The Queen of Water speaks about having good relationships with people. So in terms of work, I feel like a lot of you are good friends with your colleagues. You know, you kind of know the environment, and there's like a family kind of thing that goes on. So yeah, I feel like you're close to a few people that you work with, and yeah, and that's what's kind of stopping you from going out and venturing and seeing what there is. So your spiritual relationship with money and the lessons that need to be learned. So here we have the 5 of Earth. It says fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment, but this is in reverse. So you're really holding on to this, okay? And again, here we have the 7 of Wands. So maybe people don't they don't actually agree with your ideas. Maybe they don't want you to leave. Maybe you're having to you're kind of defending yourself against some kind of decision here, you know, because maybe you're speaking to your boss and saying, look, I want something that's a bit more challenging. I love working here, but I need a bit more of a challenge. And they're like, oh no, don't leave. And then you're kind of having to defend yourself here. And again, this is in reverse. So I feel like maybe you're really worried about if you do decide to go back and study, how it's going to affect you financially. So I definitely feel like there's a real worry here about how you're going to support yourself financially if you do end up leaving this job. So the actions that need to be taken, here we have the Eight of Air. It's just an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence and afraid to take action. So you can free yourself from this situation. If you do feel as though you're stuck in a job that's a bit mundane, and you do need a bit more of a challenge, or you have some kind of job that's in mind, but yet you need to go back and study to be more qualified to get the job that you want. It's saying it's just an illusion of being trapped. You can very much go out and do this, but there's a need to plan. Here with the Queen of Swords, I feel like you need to sit down and actually think how you're going to put this in action. So yeah, and at the same time, you need to communicate with people. The Queen of Swords is all about communication. So I feel like you need to tell people what it is that you want, what it is that you want to do, and at the same time, you need to spend time by yourself and actually plan things, okay? I always feel like you know what's best for you, Pisces, okay? And you know what it is that you're feeling, you know what it is that you want to do. So sit down by yourself and plan mentally and logically what it is that you want to do. So if you want to be more skilled in a job, how is it that you can achieve it? So use your mental abilities to make this happen, you know, because you are able to cut ties to things that no longer serve you. So the action that's needed, again, here we have the King of Swords. So here we have the King of Swords and we have the Queen of Swords. So basically, I feel like in this reading, they mean the same thing. So here we have a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. So I feel like the universe is actually giving you its blessing to go ahead and make this change. So, and here we have the King of Swords. So again, it's all about using your intuition. It's all about coming from a logical point of view to make these changes, you know. So again, some of you might have to look at what qualifications you need to get your dream job, and actually put into plan how you can financially support yourself, what kind of financial support there is out there to help you whilst you're studying. Again, some of you might be looking at a job where you do have a bit more of a challenge, and it's all about how can I go about and actually get this. And again, it's all about planning how you can move things forward. So yeah, there's a need to move forward. And then the outcome, here we have the Five of Fire. It says competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. And then we have the Page of Cups. So I feel like this is you, Pisces. You're in conflict with yourself. Do I stay? Do I go? I'm comfortable where I am. I don't really want to leave, but at the same time, I know that it's time for change. I know that there's something more out there for me, and I kind of want to venture out. And it's funny because I feel like you guys are kind of like the Little Mermaid at the moment, okay, in the sense that, you know, you're kind of happy and content under the sea, but at the same time, you want to come up to the surface and explore what else is going on, you know. So this is you in conflict with yourself, is what I feel like. So yeah, again, there's definitely some kind of decision that needs to be made, you know, because I feel like you are happy where you're at, but you're just kind of bored now, and you are looking for change, and change can definitely happen. But again, it's about being logical about it, okay? So I feel like financially everything's fine, you know, but I feel like, yeah, there's just a bit of boredom, and there is a positive change that could happen if you choose to take it. So yeah, I feel like it's really positive for you guys. I hope you guys have a brilliant October, and I will see you for November's reading. Bye, Pisces.